الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين. Dear Muslim brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Easy Tajweed with Hassan Anass, and welcome to second part of first lesson. I hope everyone will be fine, inshallah. So in last session I explained about Arabic alphabets and short introduction of Tajweed. So I hope now you have got the previous lesson and now you can pronounce it correctly. So now let's start the second part of the lesson. So that is the متشابه الصوت حروف. That means similar sound letters. So inshallah in next lessons we will study what is the makharijul huruf and what is the sifatul huruf. So today I will try to explain the difference in between similar sound letters. So now I will read one by one all the letters, and you also can understand what is the difference in between similar sound letters and how to pronounce those letters. So now let's start the lesson, and now I will read similar sound letters so you also can practice after me. So first is Kaf, Qaf. So pronounce the Kaf with thin light sound. For example, Rabbika, Kalla. So next letter is Qaf. So pronounce Qaf with bold, heavy and hard voice. For example, Qulubihim, Qala. So now you can understand what is the difference in between these two letters. When you have to pronounce Kaf, so Kaf sound should not change to Qaf. And when you have to pronounce Qaf, so Qaf sound should not change to Kaf. So now practice for these letters. Ak, Ik, Uk. Next is Aqa, Iqa, Uqa. So now you can understand the difference in between Kaf and Qaf. So next letter is Ha and Ha. Pronounce the Ha with thin and light voice. For example, Hala, Lafatahna. And next letter is Ha. So pronounce the Ha with thin and light voice. For example, Biha, Qulubihim. So now you can understand the difference in between Ha and Ha. So now practice for these letters. Ah, Ih, Uh, Ah, Ih, So be careful to pronounce Ha. Ha sound should not change to Ha, and Ha sound should not change to Ha. So next letter is Tha, Sin. Pronounce the Tha softly, smoothly and with light sound. For example, Kamathali. And next letter is Sin. So pronounce the Sin with thin and light sound. For example, kasabu, sa'ala. So now practice for these letters. Alf, if, uth, as, is, us. So now you can understand the difference in between tha and sin. So be careful to pronounce tha. Tha sound should not change to sin, and sin sound should not change to tha. So next letters is ta, ta. Pronounce the ta with normal and light sound. For example, tilka, tatlu. And next is ta. Pronounce the ta with heavy sound. For example, طلعها, تطلع. So now practice for these letters. At, it, ut. And next is atla, itla, utla. So now you can understand the difference in between ta and ta. So be careful to pronounce ta. Ta sound should not change to ta, and ta sound should not change to ta. So next letters is hamza and ain. Pronounce hamza with quick and rushed sound. For example, ya'lamuna, ta'lamuna. And next is ain. Pronounce the ain slowly, lightly, and without jerking sound. For example, ya'lamuna, ta'lamuna. So now practice for these letters. A, I, U, and A, I, or. So now you can understand the difference in between hamza and ain. So be careful to pronounce hamza. Hamza sound should not change to ain, and ain sound should not change to hamza. So next letters is dha and dhad. So pronounce the dha with heavy, bold, and hard voice. For example, ظهوركم ظلموا. And next is dhad. Pronounce the dhad with heavy, bold, and hard voice. For example, ba'dukum. So now practice for these letters. Al, il, and al, il, So now you can understand the difference in between la and lad. So be careful to pronounce la. La sound should not change to lad, and lad sound should not change to la. So next letters is zal and za. So pronounce the dal with thin and light sound. For example, dhalika. And next is za. pronounce the za with stress and thin light voice. For example, yaz'umuna. So now practice for these letters. Ad, id, ud. So next is az, is, uz. So be careful to pronounce dal. Dal sound should not change to za, and za sound should not change to dal. So today up to here. So keep practice and make sure now you can pronounce it correctly. So see you in next lesson. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum.